A few viewers have asked me why they're so outgoing and they're fun and themselves at home, and yet at work or school, they're really shy and have trouble making conversation and being lively like they are at home. And I know it would be easy for me to say, well, just be yourself at school or work just like you are at home. Well, sure. And that's real easy. That's the easy answer. But that I know is what's hard. Okay, think about why you are so outgoing, so fun, have this really charming, energetic personality at home. Well, first of all, the people at home love you unconditionally. And okay, the people at work or school don't. That's a given. But you can act however you want at home. No one's going to criticize you. They know you for you and they expect you. And they would be surprised if you started to clam up and didn't talk. They would be like, what's wrong? Why aren't you yourself? Okay, act that way. Act that way at school or work. And I know it's easy for me to say, oh, don't worry about what other people think, because that's really how you are at home. You don't worry about what other people think. You are who you are. You've got to carry that over to work and school, and that's the hard part, I know. But if you stop thinking about every single thing that comes out of your mouth and stop looking back on what you just said and think, oh no, what did I just say? That person's going to think, oh, I'm such an idiot, or how could I have said that? That sounds so stupid. Look, you're just a blip on their radar. They're not thinking about you. They're thinking about themselves, really. So you can be yourself. You can say whatever you want. Of course, don't be impolite or rude, but be yourself. Because honestly, do you want to put on an act? Do you want people to like you for who you think you should be? Or do you want them to like you for who you really are? Because that's how you're going to make lifelong friends. Not by putting on this act or pretending to be who you're not. And you might not think you're pretending to be anything, but if you're not letting your personality show through, who are you really? You're not being yourself. And if someone doesn't like you for that, do you want them as a friend anyway? No, not really. Not at all, in fact. So work on it. Take baby steps. I know it's not going to happen all at once, but don't stop and think about what you're going to say. A little bit, sure. You don't want to come across as arrogant or rude or anything like that. So yeah, have a little bit of an editor in your head. But by the same token, just say things. Be yourself. And they can take it or leave it. And honestly, if you do that, if you really just let your personality come out and let the cards fall how they will, and you're going to find the friends who you're meant to be with, the people that really like you for you. Remember, it's going to take a while. Just work on it. Work on really, really being yourself and not worrying so much about what other people think and every single thing that comes out of your mouth. And if you say something stupid, so what? We all do. No one's going to care. They're not going to give it a second thought. Really, really try this. Try to let your personality come through and be yourself. It'll work. It'll take time, but it'll work.